Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. So today we're going to learn a new chapter which is called integer programming, and the slide was being prepared by Professor Hakim Ar-Rahman. As you remember that last week we already learned about linear programming, where the solution must be in real number or in decimal number. So today we're going to learn about integer programming, and I think so you already got the idea where the solution must be in integer value. You can download the slide from the Google Drive that I already shared with you in the beginning of our class. Now, what is integer programming? An integer programming model is one where one or more of the addition variable has to take on an integer value in the final solutions. Solving an integer programming problem is much more difficult than solving a linear programming problem. Even the fastest computer can take an excessively long time to solve big integer programming problems. Now, some of the researchers call it as integer programming problem, where the final solution must be in integer, and some of the researchers call it as integer linear programming problem, where the solution can be a combination of integer values and also real numbers values or decimal values. We're going to explain this better in the next slide. So, the mathematical model for the integer programming is the linear programming model, with the one additional restriction that the variable must have integer value. Now, let's have a look on the type of integer programming problem. There are three. So, the first one is pure integer problem, where the final solution must be integer values. Then we have the mixed integer programming problem, the same thing that I explained in the previous slide, where the solution can be a combination of both integer and also real number value. And the last one is the 0-1 integer problem, where the solution must be either 1 or 0. Now let's have a look on the example. This is for the pure integer linear programming problem. A jewelry shop in the city specializes in ornaments, and the manager has planned to limit the use of diamonds to the artistic configuration of diamond ring, diamond earring, and diamond necklace. There are three items required the following specifications. So in this problem, they give you a table with all the informations. The same thing that we learn in linear programming, where you have to convert from the problem statement to a mathematical model. But please have a look on the final sentence of the problem, where formulate the problem as an integer linear programming model for maximizing the profit. So this is the mathematical modeling. So your main objective is try to maximize the profit with 4 different constraints, and the last constraint mention that x1, x2, x3 must be integers during the final solutions, okay, or during the optimal solutions. You can solve the problem by using LPSoft IDE, AMPL, MATLAB, or some other software that we learned during our first class. The same thing that you try to solve for linear programming problem. However, you need to add the restriction where the solution must be integers. Now, this is another example on the pure integer linear programming problem, and this is the mathematical modeling. As you can see, the last constraint mentioned that LMS, in this case is a variable, must be integer during the optimal solution or final solutions. Now, this is another example for mixed integer linear programming problem. Right? They give you the problem and all the information. You can refer through the table. And this is the mathematical modeling. Alright? And as you can see, in the final constraint, it says there x1, x2, x3 must be greater or equal to 0, and y variable must be either 0 or 1. So in this case, the combination of both variable that must be integer and also linear or real numbers. So this is what we call mixed integer linear programming problem. So the solution can be both in integer and also in real number solution. Now let's have a look at another example. This is the 0, 1 integer linear programming problem. So I bet you guys already know about it, where the solution must be either in 0 or 1. As you can see, this is the mathematical modeling, and the last constraint is already mentioned there. X1, X2, X3, X4 and X5 should be in binary at the optimal solution or at the final solution. Alright, so guys, what I want you to do, I want you to try to solve all the problem by using the software that already taught you in the first class. So try to solve the example for pure integer linear programming problem. Then we have the mixed integer linear programming problem, and the last one is for the 0, 1 integer programming problem. Try to do it, and I will try to have a look on your solutions. Thank you.